Hey guys and gals, YouTube, here coming at you with a top 5 things you want to do before Legion. And alright, let's just get right into it. So, the first thing would be to level your ults. Number 5, level your ults. So, you're like, oh yeah, but what I don't want to, man, it's such a long and grueling process, and I don't really care. Like, why would I need an ult? A lot of if you're a raider, you need like you should probably have 1 or 2 characters that are raid ready. So that's one reason to have ults. Another reason to have ults is if you're like a lore nerd, there are artifacts now in Legion, and you can only do them as that class and spec. So you want to be if you want to do these really cool artifact scenarios and all that, or artifact quests, and you want to do the class hall campaigns, then you need that character to be at max level, or at least 100, so you can start it. So that's one reason to do it. Well, that's another reason to do it, is what I meant. And it's in my opinion, it's a good idea. And it's like, oh, it's so long. It takes forever. Well, these days it's really not, especially if you do invasions, because now they're spawning every 2 hours, and there's 6 of them. And if you have like an elixir of rapid mine, I think that's the 3 hour one, or is it ancient knowledge is the 3 hour one. And if you have one of those, it's even 3 times faster. Like I could probably get a character from 10 to like 100 within a couple of days if I like kept going. So it's really not hard, especially if you do tagging. Like if you tag all the mobs you can, since that patch, that hotfix came out. It's really easy. I highly recommend doing it. Just go ahead and level up some alts and get ready for Legion that way. Alright, coming in at number 4 would be doing the quests that are pre-Legion launch event only. So the Ulduar quest, the Karazhan quest, or the like Dalaran over Karazhan quest, and things like that. Broken Shore is not one of these quests. Broken Shore is part of the Legion experience, so you should be fine to do that later. But doing these quests, if you don't care about lore, then I guess don't do them. But personally, I'm a big, huge lore nerd. Anything Ulduar Titans is awesome. I love it. So if you are a lore nerd like me, I highly recommend doing these quests. They're really cool. They're really exciting. They're really fun. Well, the most recent one's not all that cool, but the Ulduar one's really neat. So I really recommend doing these pre-launch quests. They're really cool. Alright, coming in number 3 is level your professions. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, well, professions don't really matter. The level doesn't matter anymore. That's mostly true, but it's also a little not true. Like, it'll help you a little bit, so you might as well do it. In my personal opinion, I don't see any real reason not to, unless like you're really strapped for gold or time or something. Then I guess don't do it. But professions in Legion are really important, especially crafting professions. A lot of best in slot gear comes from professions, so I really recommend it. You're going to be making a lot of money probably. If you're a raider, you're going to need that gear, so I really highly recommend doing your professions, especially like if you don't do them now, at least do them then, please. Like, oh my god, those professions are so important. No, this it's a really good idea to keep up to date with your professions. Don't be like me and just kind of I'll do it later and then never do it, because now I have to do professions on all my characters, and that's going to cost so much gold. Alright, number 2 would be to clear your bank. This is a really simple one. All you got to do is take everything out of your bank and sell it. It doesn't have to be everything. Like if there's like nostalgia stuff you want to keep, obviously don't sell that. That would be pretty silly to do. But like say you have herbs or old transmog, go ahead and vendor the old transmog, because you target soulbound, so can't sell that. So and you can auction house the herbs and ore. This is a really good time too, because as I mentioned earlier, people leveling their professions, since it's a good idea to like they're on that last little rush to get their professions up. So a lot of people are buying herbs and ore. If you don't really feel like waiting, then I guess you could just vendor it. That's what I did, because again, I'm really lazy, and I didn't feel like waiting so long for my things to go off on the AH, and I like instant gratification because because I'm that kind of guy. And the final one is take a break. Just take a break. I'm not gonna follow this, but I implore you to take a break. take this last week before Legion. You know, go outside, go for a nice little jog or something. I don't know. I'm not gonna do that. But you know, you could. You could. Don't be me. Don't be me. All right.